Welcome back to the channel, everybody. And I am so nervous. I am so nervous for this upcoming episode, man. The Walking Dead season finale, season 6, episode 16, entitled Last Day on Earth. Welcome to my episode predictions. Now, the season finale is this Sunday on AMC, April the 3rd, and it is going to be nerve-wracking. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sit still during the goddamn episode, but this is going to be insane. You know what I mean? This is really going to be insane. There's no other way to put it, and I'm so nervous of what's going to happen. We finally get to meet Negan. We already know that because we see him in a promo, stuff like that. You guys can check, obviously, in the description below. I will leave a link to the promo and 2 sneak peeks if you guys want to check it out. So, season finale of The Walking Dead, season 6. This is a 90-minute episode. That is right, 90 minutes. So make sure you program your DVRs or whatever, to go for 90 minutes, everything like that. And this is gonna be stupid. It's gonna be so fucking dumb. I'm not gonna be able to sit still and watch this episode. Honestly, this is one of the hardest build-ups to an episode that I've ever had to wait for. Because it's the season finale. You know what I mean? It's one and done. For 6 months, it's over, right? So, basically, I'm hoping to see all that I hope to see and not be left on a cliffhanger that's just going to make me really, really upset, you know what I mean? And upset in a good way, you know what I mean? Not upset the way they did it or anything like that. They're going to find a good way to do it. They always do. I'm going to be upset in a good way if it leaves us on this cliffhanger. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to be upset because I didn't get to see it. But, yeah, it will keep people coming back. You know what I mean? It will keep them coming back for the next episode of The Walking Dead Season 7. Now, if they do a cliffhanger on the death, now, again, spoilers and everything like that, how are they going to keep that a secret between, starting filming Season 7 and by the time the premiere airs? You know what I mean? I don't know how they're going to keep that a secret. There's constant spoilers and everything like that going out all the time, and I don't know how they're going to keep it a secret. So it's going to be kind of lame in my opinion because I think it'll spoil the death. But at the same time, if they can keep under wraps, it will be a good, a very good cliffhanger plot line to keep people interested in coming back for the season 7 premiere. Which is obviously already confirmed. They are renewed for season 7 and stuff like that. But as always, the title of this episode is Last Day on Earth. Now, there's been confusion between what this episode was originally going to be called. I, for one, thought it was going to be called Something to Fear. That's what I was hoping it was going to be called. But now I'm looking towards Something to Fear probably being the season premiere of season 7, which is also pretty damn cool. But, I guess we'll see, right? Guess we'll see. So, Last Day on Earth, the synopsis is as follows. You guys can read on AMC.com if you guys want to. Rick and the group must go outside the walls and save one of their own. What they experience on the road will change their lives forever. Okay, so, as always, promo and sneak peek links are down in the description below. We're going to go over this promo, and we're going to go over the 2 sneak peeks and everything like that. One with Talking Dead, and one with just, the one on AMC YouTube channel, everything like that. Either way, I'll find links to both of them, so make sure you check the description if you guys want to check them out before you watch the rest of this video. Now, spoilers, as follows, you know what I mean? It's a prediction video. I can't predict an upcoming episode of The Walking Dead without talking about some things that, happened before and stuff like that. It goes without saying. So, you have 3 seconds to leave the video. 1, 2, 3. There. I don't think that was 3 seconds. That was probably like 3 really fast seconds. But the point is, it's your fault now. So, Last Day on Earth. The promo is as exciting as pretty much anything else. You know what I mean? The sneak peeks are really good as well. But the promo is what we're really looking at right now. And that's what we're going to get into. So, what we can first take away from the promo is that Rick, Carl, and Eugene, at least, obviously there's going to be more people as well, I believe, but, if there's not, I'll be shocked if there's not more people going out and everything like that. But at the end of last episode, we get to see Maggie, sort of breaking down and it looks like her baby is hurt or something like that. You know, at the beginning of the episode, we seen bruises on the side of her ribs and everything like that, and she was just not in the best shape. You know what I mean? She really wasn't. And we get to see that sort of impacting her pregnancy towards the end of the episode when she like keels over, you know, it brings her to her knees on the ground, and she's screaming in agony and pain and everything like that. So obviously something's wrong, right? Now, if you guys watched episode 14 entitled Twice as Far, you guys know that the doctor they had, which was Denise, is now dead, unfortunately. And now they don't have a doctor for Alexandria. So, my opinion, this synopsis saying Rick and the group must go outside the walls to save one of their own is, I believe, leading to the fact that Maggie is hurt and needs a doctor. So, in my personal opinion, I think their intentions are to go to the hilltop. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, the hilltop. That is right. They have a doctor there. We know that. We've seen that back in, I believe, Knots Untie. Or maybe it was Not Tomorrow Yet. I'm not too sure. I think it was Knots Untie. Who knows? Who knows, honestly? You know what I mean? At this point. I think it was Knots Untie, though. I think that was the one. Yeah. Episode titles never really stick in my head, you know, too much, unless they're significant, like Something to Fear, No Way Out, Made to Suffer, you know, things like that. But anyway, other than that, I mean, that's where I think they're going. They're taking Maggie to a doctor, you know what I mean, to get straight to the point. They go outside the walls. It looks like they get, you know, sort of flagged down by some saviors. They have somebody on the ground tied up and everything like that. We don't know who that is. Judging by the promo, it doesn't really look like anybody I personally know. Could be just from perspective, though. You know what I mean? Could be totally somebody that we all know, which I think that it would be. You know what I mean? It didn't really make sense if he tied up somebody that Rick and the group don't know, but could be wrong. Could totally be wrong. So yeah, they get flagged down, and Rick sort of tries to deal with this, you know, peacefully, saying, you know, no one has to die here, anything like this. We can negotiate, stuff like that. And they basically say, you know, we don't negotiate. And it's not looking good. You know what I mean? It's really not. We get to see Carl, so that means he brought Carl on this run as well. And that's, you know, pretty much what we see from the promo that's, you know, significant and everything like that. Other than the fact that we see Negan. We don't see his face, but we do see Negan. We see Negan, and we hear Jeffrey Dean Morgan say, "Hi, I'm Negan." And we see Lucille, which is obviously the baseball bat that's wrapped in barbed wire. You know, Negan's friend, obviously, pretty much. And that's his girl. You know what I mean? If you guys are fans of the comic book, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But we get to see Negan's leather jacket and sort of the back of his head, and then shots of the baseball bat. And he says, "Hi, I'm Negan." And that's where the promo ends, essentially. So again, it's about 35 seconds long. Go check it out. You know, obviously you guys can watch it. You'll get a better description, you know, of what I'm talking about and everything like that. But it looks intense, and it's just from a 30-second promo, and the episode's 90 minutes, you know what I mean? Like, this promo was already 100% exciting, and just the fact that it's going to be 90 minutes long is going to be pretty ridiculous. So that's what I can take from the promo. You know what I mean? They pretty much went on a run to save Maggie, go to the hilltop and see that doctor. That's my personal opinion. Whether or not they know that Glenn, Maggie, Daryl, and Rosita are actually captured yet, we don't know. And yeah, from this promo, that's what we get from it. You know what I mean? There's not really anything about Daryl in the promo or any of the sneak peeks. So I mean, we don't know what happened to him. You know, he got shot in the shoulder, and we heard Dwight say that he'll be all right. So I definitely do think that he is going to be all right from that gunshot. You know what I mean? I don't really think anything's going to happen to him from a gunshot to the shoulder. I mean, Andrea shot him point blank in the head, and he got up and walked away pretty much from it. You know what I mean? So shit happens with Daryl, and he seems to get through a lot of it. So I don't think a shoulder shot's really going to break him. You know, I really don't think that's going to happen. But that's what I can get from the synopsis and from the promo. Now, it says, what they experience on the road will change their lives forever. That quote leading me to believe that that's sort of representing of Negan. You know what I mean? I think on their way to the hilltop, they are going to get basically ambushed and pulled over by Negan and the Saviors and everything like that. They're going to line them up just like they did in the comic book, And I'm not going to say anything else because I don't want to spoil you guys or anything like that. If you guys plan on reading the comic book, I'm not going to talk about it. You know what I mean? But I will tell you this one. All the killing and everything like that Rick and his group has done, you know what I mean? Killing the saviors in their sleep back at that, that power station sort of satellite dish area thing. Not exactly sure what you could call it, but anyways, killing all those people, then killing some more people at the slaughterhouse when Carol and Maggie got kidnapped, and on top of that, Daryl killing people with the RPG back on the road, and just a shit ton of saviors are dead at this point, and not a lot of humans or survivors, from Rick's group, from Alexandria, are dead. The only one I can really think of at this point would be Denise. Maybe a couple others, from the hilltop or something like that when they got kidnapped or whatever, and they had to get let go. But other than that, no really significant loss from Rick's group, Not really any. And I can tell you this much, it's not going to go unpunished. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. So, leading on to the sneak peek, the first one here that we actually get to see on AMC.com or the AMC YouTube channel, we get to see Morgan basically walking through, some weeds, through some, grassy, fieldy areas and everything like that. And we get to see him come across a horse. And this sort of leads us to believe that this is the horse probably from the end of last episode where we heard that guy that Rick and Morgan came across saying, I'm out here just looking for a horse. I'm looking for my horse. Have you seen it? Obviously, they didn't at the time, but I believe now Morgan has found it. And if you guys remember, the savior from the road that, Carol killed everybody except for that one guy, and he picked up a rosary. He's still following Rick and Morgan. Obviously not Rick anymore, because Rick turned back and already went back to the car and everything like that. He's fine. He's back in Alexandria. He's still following Morgan, and we actually get to see, after Morgan, says hello to the horse is sort of, laying down, if you will. I'm not sure if it's injured or anything like that, whether it's not just taking a rest, we don't know. But we've seen him get to come across the horse, start petting it, starting to, talk to it and stuff like that. We get to see the savior with, the rosary beads from Carol in his hand basically start walking up. We hear him walking, and that leads us to believe that he's still following Morgan. Considering it's in the same sneak peek and in the same scene, it's sort of, it sort of leads us to believe that he's pretty much right where Morgan is. So what's going to happen? Is Morgan going to get ambushed or anything like that? In the promo, we actually get to see Morgan, riding the horse down the road. So we can assume that Morgan gets out of there safely. He just found the horse. So we can assume that he gets out of there safely. So will Morgan fend him off? Will he tie him up? Will maybe Carol make an appearance and, save Morgan's life or something? We just don't know. We don't know. I don't think Carol's going to make an appearance because we didn't see her on the horse scene with Morgan going down the road or anything like that. Unless she does, and it's not a great appearance, Who knows what could happen? But other than that, that's the sneak peek. Again, link will be in the description below. Sneak peek number 2 is a little bit more interesting, and I think it's really, really badass on the part of Rick. We get to see Rick and Spencer and Gabriel talking, basically. And we also get to see, Carl and everybody like that loading up the RV, ready to go on the trip to, I believe, like I said before, go save Maggie's life and bring her to the Hilltop Doctor. Now, whether or not that's still where they're going, or maybe they're going out to save Michonne, Glenn, Daryl, and Rosita, but in my opinion, how would they know that they're actually captured? You know what I mean? How would they know that they need saving? I don't think they do, unless one of them makes it back or something like that. We just don't know. But that's what I believe. I'm leading to believe that they're taking Maggie to the Hilltop Doctor because she needs, obviously, help, right? So this promo is Rick talking to Gabriel, or mostly Gabriel, honestly, doing the talking, saying, are you sure that you want to leave me in charge of Alexandria and Alexandria's defenses? And Rick confidently says yes, after Gabriel basically says, if Alexandria is attacked, my first priority, my number one priority is Judith. And Rick realizes that he's developed as a survivor now. You know what I mean? He's not as hardcore as any of the other guys in Rick's group, but he's not a pussy-ass priest anymore, if you want to put it that way. He's not, you know what I mean? He's really, really developed. And I'm honestly starting to get really, really proud of Gabriel as a person. You know what I mean? He's really, really cool. And I like that he's starting to, sort of pick himself up and help out the group, more as a whole than just having to, depend on everybody else, for his own survival. He actually already killed a person. When they attacked that satellite base with the saviors, he already killed a savior. He did a badass prayer before it and shot him right there when he was on the ground. And I thought that was very, very interesting. So he's talking to Rick saying, are you sure you want to leave me in charge of Alexandria? And Rick says yes. And just as he's about to get on the RV to, obviously leave Alexandria, Spencer steps up and says, Rick, when you're gone, if the saviors show up or anything like that, if you're gone, and the saviors show up, if it's not too late, should we try to make some sort of deal? And quote unquote, we hear Rick say, tell him to wait for me. I got a deal for him. And that's where the sneak peek ends. So again, sneak peek number 1 and number 2, and the promo link will be down in the description below if you guys want to check them out for yourselves. Can't stress this enough. I definitely recommend you guys go check them and get hyped and excited for this episode. Now, apparently for this episode, the last 10 minutes of audio only have been leaked online. Personally, I haven't listened to it. I don't want to be spoiled or anything like that. But the last 10 minutes of the episode, audio only has been leaked online. So you guys can go check that out if you guys want to. I don't recommend it. You know what I mean? If you guys don't want to be spoiled, obviously it doesn't include video. But from audio, in my personal opinion, you could probably take a lot from it. You know what I mean? If you really, really love this show, you've probably sort of developed a sense, to how the characters sound and, which characters sound like which. So I wouldn't recommend you go watch it. I'm sure as hell not going to. And that's pretty much it, man. That's the season finale of The Walking Dead Season 6. This is episode 16 entitled The Last Day on Earth. Or just Last Day on Earth, not the, but, I just like saying the because it sounds a little bit better. But it's titled Last Day on Earth. I almost did it again. Other than that, though, that's pretty much it. That's what I can take from this episode, guys. If you guys agree with me, with anything that I said in this episode prediction video, make sure you let me know in the comment section below. We'll have a bit of a discussion down there if you guys want to. We can compare and contrast with comic books. So if you guys are not, spoiler prone or anything like that, if you guys don't want to be spoiled, anything that happens in the comic books, I recommend you not look in the comment section below. But if you take a quick glance and you don't see any comments or anything like that, start a conversation with me. Whether or not it's just about the show, the comic book, if you guys want to compare things, let me know. You know what I mean? I would definitely be down for having a little conversation with you down in the comments. It really helps out my channel a lot when that happens. So that's pretty much it for now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. And I will see you guys on tomorrow's gameplay video. If you guys only watch these videos, I will see you on Monday after the 90-minute season finale of The Walking Dead. Bye, everybody.